Hello and welcome to another edition of Emerging Issuer, where potential gets noticed. My name is Haley Wright, and the topic today for discussion is the United States Basketball League. To help us get to know the company, the league, and its future, we have with us Dan Meisenheimer, the Chief Executive Officer of the United States Basketball League, a company which trades on the over-the-counter bulletin board in the United States under the symbol USBL. Before we get to Mr. Meisenheimer, however, here's a brief overview of the company. The USBL is a 23-year-old professional basketball league and the first publicly traded sports league. Recognized as a league of opportunity, the United States Basketball League, or USBL, is as much involved with human resource development as it is with professional sports. The USBL has provided an opportunity for players to improve and showcase their skills for the National Basketball Association, Continental Basketball Association, D-League, the international clubs around the world. Over the past 21 seasons of operation, the USBL has been the springboard for numerous professional playing careers. The USBL season runs from late April, after the conclusion of the collegiate basketball season, until late June before the start of the NBA rookie and free agent camps. For draft hopeful collegians, the USBL is the premier summer league, which offers a sound transition from the college to the professional game. The USBL's playing rules are identical to the NBA's rules, with the added stipulation that each team carries at least 2 rookies on its roster. This provides a maximum opportunity for players looking to showcase their skills as well as stay in prime physical and mental condition prior to the NBA draft. An emphasis on sound operation, proven business methods, and the commitment to its players, coaches, owners, and fans translate into a winning and successful formula for the USBL and everyone involved with the League of Opportunity. Welcome to Emerging Issuer, Dan.
Thank you, Haley, for this opportunity.
Great. Now, hopefully we did justice in our brief overview of your company. Now, our viewers are from all over the world, and basketball is more than ever an international game. Can you tell us a bit about the current state of the USBL and what your objectives are for the league in general?
Certainly. The United States Basketball League is preparing for its 25th season, and the USBL is gearing up as we speak with marketing and advertising to introduce the league to new investors from not only around the country but around the world. The league has established itself in the basketball circles, and now we're trying to bring ourselves more visible to investors, both for the terms of franchises and also with respect to the individual stocks.
Mm-hmm. We know the company is aggressively pursuing expansion in Asia, and basketball is huge over there, particularly in China. Now, how do you see the company growing over there?
Well, we've brought in a consultant who is representing the United States Basketball League, Inc. In Korea, China, and Japan. His efforts will be geared toward establishing travel teams where we'll take a USBL All-Star team to each individual country and play against the professional teams there. In addition to that, we are looking at possible sponsors, national sponsors for the USBL domestically from each of those countries where they might want to advertise in the United States and use the USBL as a vehicle. Mm-hmm. And then finally, and maybe most importantly, look toward television opportunities of broadcasting these games to markets in each of the 3 countries.
Great. Now, recently the company launched its marketing campaign in the Wall Street Journal and the Barron's publications, and you have been in discussion with several potential ownership groups. Now, I know this is a bit premature, but obviously you are looking to expand the league. How are those efforts progressing?
Very nicely. Haley, what we've done is we've just initiated the dialogue with people through the Wall Street Journal, and we'll continue to advertise in the Wall Street Journal on a national basis. But by virtue of doing that, it's brought in a great deal of awareness from other publications and other media outlets that have asked and inquired about doing more, I guess you'd have to say, stories on the USBL, which will enhance our image and also give us the opportunity to attract investors that are not reading the Wall Street Journal. So that's a twofold objective we've had and is working well, and we'll continue to advertise in the Journal in order to reach these people, not only domestically here in the States, but hopefully with opportunities that are available everywhere in the country and the world.
Yeah. Now, the USBL is public and trades in the United States under the symbol USBL. Now, what are some of the steps that the management right now is taking to increase the presence and the overall exposure?
Well, we have begun a few marketing campaigns, as I mentioned, the Journal, but in addition to the Journal, working with Emerging Issuer and another group that is going to do work for us on marketing franchises. So between the marketing of the stock and the marketing of franchises to alert investors of the opportunities that exist, we think we're doing everything properly. Each of the things we've done has been well documented and really thoroughly reviewed so that when we do implement each of these procedures, we think we're going to get the biggest bang.
Exactly. Now, to all our viewers out there, particularly in Europe and in Asia, why should they stand up and take notice of the United States Basketball League as an emerging issuer?
Well, I think that they'll recognize, if they've attuned to what's been happening in the United States, that the markets are finally bottoming. And so therefore, from my vantage point, now I'm not an analyst, but these are probably the lowest prices we've seen in years, not only for franchises, but also with regard to the publicly traded stock. So the unique opportunity of timing is a benefit to anyone who's looking at investing in the USBL.
Definitely.
In addition to that, with the plans we have for the near future and distant future, more than 2 or 3 years down the road, with expansion into, I guess you'd say, Asia, and possibly even looking into situations in Europe where we could bring USBL travel teams and do, let's say, broadcast and or media opportunities that might exist there that we can share in. I think it's a unique time and a wonderful time to become involved with the USBL.
Definitely. Well, thank you, Dan, very much for joining us today.
Thank you, Haley.
Now, for more information on the United States Basketball League, please visit their website, www.usbl.com, and transcripts of the interview can be requested by emailing us at info@emergingissuer.com. Well, that's it for me. Until another edition of Emerging Issuer, we'll see you then.